Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I am so happy it's Friday, even though I have tons of things to do tomorrow, but majority of them are fun things after we finish our business. You already know what Saturday's all about, but today is Friday, so I'm not going to worry about tomorrow because tomorrow will take care of itself. At least that's what God told me anyway, so I'm going to believe that. So I'm gonna get right into it because I am way over my time limit. Not that I woke up late, it's because I had to take care of a couple of things this morning before I started my blog or vlog. So the title of this, what I want to share with you guys that God had gave me, what is stopping your blood from flowing? What is stopping your blood from flowing? So you know that saying, blood is thicker than water, but water tastes better. That's a saying that we've heard so many times, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like blood thicker than water, water tastes better. And I used to be like, well, what does that mean? The way I grasp it, and it may be wrong, but what it meant to me was, yes, blood is thicker than water, meaning family is first, but sometimes family can burn you. But so water tastes better, those friends taste better, or whoever is encouraging you at that time. That's just what it always meant to me. But blood is thicker than water. But you know what? So, when I was talking to God about this thing, sometimes there are things that stop your blood from flowing. And I'm gonna break it down to the best way I know how. And what God gave me and what I pertained it to was blood clots. Sometimes you get blood clots and it can hinder your blood from flowing. I hope you guys see where I'm going with this. Okay, so we're going to talk about blood clots, and I'm going to explain to you what a blood clot is. Okay, so a blood clot is like a clump of blood. It's a clump of blood that has stopped changing from liquid. I mean, it stopped being liquid and it's like gel. So your blood flow is like liquid, but when you get a blood clot, it's like a clump. Like you see my fist here is like a clump of blood that's causing your blood not to flow. Okay, so what kind of blood clots do you have in your life that's hindering you, that's stopping your blood from flowing? I hope you guys see where I'm going with this. Okay, so I'm going to explain two of the blood clots to you. Okay, the first one is thrombus. You can also say thrombosis, Okay, so the thrombus is a blood clot that is stationary, meaning that they don't move. So the thrombus is a blood clot that's stationary, that just don't move. And let me tell you what I call that blood clot. And I love this saying because I love Rosa Parks. I love history. So I call this the Rosa Parks blood clot. This is how y'all can remember what a thrombosis or a thrombus is. It's a blood clot that just will not move. So it can hinder your blood from flowing. And I'm going to give you some examples, okay? So that the ex-boyfriend that won't marry you, that's a blood clot. Let me tell you why that's a blood clot. You've been with this man 5+ years. I know people that has dated people for 10+ years, and the man did not marry them. Not only was your time wasted, your youthful time wasted, but I'm not saying that they're gonna stop God's blessings from coming to you. But the man who God had for you couldn't even present himself to you because you've been with this man for 10 years and not going nowhere. 10 years and not going nowhere. That's a blood clot. That's a thrombus right there. Another example, whether it's drinking, whether it's drugs, whether it's adultery, whether it's depression, whether it's fornication, whether it's no faith, what blood clot is hindering your blood from flowing? Okay, so I'm going to move on. I hope you guys catching it. I'm trying to make it plain and simple. Okay, so the second blood clot I have is called embolus. Okay, that's the embolus clot. That's the clot that can break loose and travel to any part of your body, whether it's your heart, whether it's your lungs, whether it's your legs, whether it's your arm. That blood clot, that embolus can travel. And I call this, let me tell you, I had to think about this one. I call this blood clot, Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he leave his hat, there is his home. Let me tell you, have you guys ever dealt with a man? Let me tell you, every time you got pregnant, he got somebody else pregnant. Or you have all your children from that one man, and he could leave and go as he please wherever he want to go. He's a traveling. He's an embolus. That's what he is. Okay. So let me go. I'm sorry. I'm looking down at my notes. So not only that. I'm trying to give you guys some more examples. Okay. So it said, what is that? Here it is. I got it. What is that traveling blood clot affecting? When it comes to you, what is that traveling blood clot affecting? Is it affecting your mind? Is it affecting your health? Is it affecting your children? Because you know, your children see what you're going through. You may try to hide it, or some people just don't try to hide it. You know, their children see everything. So that traveling blood clot, and the majority of the time, it's not financially a financial problem. It's a man problem, especially when you're single and when that man have no intentions on marrying you, and you let that man just run all over you, come and go in the house as he please, cheat on you. You keep forgiving him, and he keep doing the same thing. Y'all already know that definition of insanity. You keep on doing the same thing or being in the same situation and expecting different results. Get rid of that embolus. Get rid of that traveling blood clot. Let me tell you, because it can destroy so many parts of the body. It can destroy your mind. It can destroy your heart. And let me tell you, heart disease is really the #1 killer for women. And you guys thinking that, let me tell you, mentally, stress, depression, all that stuff can kill you. So get rid of that embolus, okay? And it also can affect your work performance at work, at home, wherever your duties are. It can that embolus can affect your work performance, okay? But let me tell you about this. So sometimes you don't recognize that it's a blood clot, or sometimes we do recognize it and we look past it and try to ignore all the symptoms and the signs. So sometimes you can get misdiagnosed. And let me tell you what the misdiagnosis is. Your friend's talking in your ear. Let me tell you, your friend has never been married a day in her life, but she giving you advice on how to keep a man or get a man or about marriage. Child, that's a misdiagnosis. That's just an example that I'm giving you guys when you're being misdiagnosed. Or she could be like, child, leave him, honey. Just leave him. He ain't no good man. He ain't that, no that. Let me tell you, because she probably want him 9 times out of 10. Most of the time, they attracted to him themselves. But listen, don't let nobody misdiagnose you. So recognize that blood clot. Okay? I hope y'all see where I'm going. Okay, so, I'm going to stop right there because time is winding and I really want this video to upload. But there is going to be a part 2 to this. So let me show you something. I want to show you guys something. My daughter made a placemat in school. You know, the mats that we eat off of. I don't know about y'all, but my grandma definitely had mats. We could not eat on her table without a placemat. So she made this for Thanksgiving. And she was like, Mommy, after we eat off of it, we have to wash it off. So I thought that was the cutest thing. I wanted to share that with you guys. So my 6-year-old Journey made that. I love you, Journey. Give you a shout out. She's probably like, unbelievable. Y'all should see how she's looking at me like that right now. Like, really, Mommy? So I hope you guys get that message today. But there is going to be a part 2. Time is winding up. It's been 8 minutes. So I love you guys and have a nice day.
Bye-bye.